This team,
like a family away from home,
where everyone feels like everybody knows their name.
A city that supports you. We see that with our benefits.
A pension, vacation days, job security.
Being able to be heard. We feel valued. We feel respected.
Lee Summit is a very progressive city.
It's growing, it's thriving.
We have this drive towards not just doing a job, but doing it with a spirit of excellence.
I had the opportunity to continue to grow, regardless of 30 plus years doing this kind of work.
It's more than just dollars and cents.
We're here really to give back.
Providing a service to better a community.
To go out and serve people.
To be a part of something bigger than yourself. If I would have known what I know now, years ago, I would have been here much sooner.
Hello Lee Summit, I'm Jordan. Here's your flash briefing for the week of April 20th. Earth Day is Wednesday, April 22nd. Celebrate by getting involved in local events like Sweep the Summit, Recycle Fest, and Drug Takeback Day, all happening Saturday, April 25th. Find full details on the city's website, cityofls.net. There's still time to review and comment on the Capital Improvement Plan. The comment period for the 2027 to 2031 CIP will be open until midnight on April 22nd. Find a link to review and comment on the city's website. And City Council will meet for a regular session Tuesday night at 6 in Council Chambers in City Hall. Following the regular session, newly elected officials will take part in the swearing-in ceremony. Meetings are open to the public or watch live on the city's YouTube channel. If you can't watch, catch the recorded meeting on demand on the YouTube channel or by subscribing to the Council Debrief newsletter, which breaks down 3 to 4 key agenda items. Subscribe on the city's website. Thanks for listening and have a great week.
The City of Lee Summit has hundreds of traffic lights across its more than 1,000 lane miles, all managed by the city's Public Works traffic technicians. The work happens inside those metal boxes on the side of each intersection. Inside, technicians program a device called the controller. The controller communicates directly with each signal head via underground wires, telling each light when to turn on and off based on a programmed cycle. City traffic engineers designed this cycle to allow traffic to flow as efficiently as possible for that particular intersection. In order to best match current traffic patterns, they install something called a detection system. Detection systems have taken many forms over the years, from sensors in the pavement to radar boxes. But in Lee Summit, they primarily consist of cameras, which workers mount above the traffic signals. These cameras don't record video or your speed. Instead, they monitor the spaces at the front of the intersection and identify when a vehicle is present in a specific spot. Once a vehicle is identified, the detection system sends a message to the controller, which then adapts its standard cycle to best serve the cars that are present. The pedestrian button works in a similar way. When the button is pressed, the controller receives a signal, requesting that it allow that section of the pedestrian walkway to go, which it then inserts into the signal pattern. Technicians also install something called a conflict monitor. The conflict monitor is a device in which they program all the potential patterns of lights that would lead to a collision. If the other systems mistakenly trigger those patterns, the conflict monitor sends the intersection into flash, causing all lights to flash red and directing drivers to treat it like an all-way stop. City traffic technicians implement and maintain these systems so effectively, we rarely consider them. But every time we safely pass through a signal-controlled intersection, it's all thanks to their work. So the next time you're waiting at a red light, remember the delicate coordination of super smart systems that move you through that space safely and efficiently every day. Keeping 500 miles of public sewer lines flowing keeps utility costs low and our environment healthy. The Lee Summit Water Utilities Operations Team does this every day. Sewer lines can be blocked with everything from roots to flushable wipes to food grease. When a potential blockage is identified, teams use detailed mapping to locate access points.
My camera's at 18038.
A camera truck parks at one end of the sewer line and a jet truck at the other. The camera truck carries a rover-type camera, which the team lowers into the manhole. The operator then drives the camera into the pipe, where it views and records from its adjustable lens. Here, it can identify the cause and precise location of the blockage. The jet truck will then use high-pressure water to remove the blockage. Starting at the opposite end of the line, the operator inserts the jet head into the manhole. Pressurized water shoots out of the head, clearing out debris and propelling it forward. The camera observes this process, and the two operators communicate via walkie-talkie to coordinate movement.
Hold it right there. Go ahead and fire it up, half pressure. I'm in front of you.
Once the jet head has passed the blockage, the operator reels it back in. The camera can then inspect the pipe to see if the blockage is cleared.
Yeah, go ahead and pull out. We're done.
With the job complete, the camera is removed, cleaned, and returned to the truck, and the crew moves on to the next job. In addition to addressing identified problems, the team will systematically check every line in the city in a 5-year period, keeping costs low and our community healthy, today and for years to come.
Lee Summit has lots of local destinations, but where do you start? Green Street, a vibrant community space in the heart of downtown, is where Lee Summit comes together. Its 3 dynamic areas have something for everyone. Green Street Market is a modern event venue and home to the downtown Lee Summit Farmers Market. Green Street Lawn is a covered performance space hosting live music, family activities, and more. Green Street Grove is a mixture of gathering spaces, an immersive playground, and bold architectural features. And all 3 areas host community events year-round. So the next time you set out to enjoy the city you love, remember, meet at Green Street.
Officers en route, 914, armed robbery.
Keeping our city beautiful is a collaborative effort for all citizens. The City of Lee Summit supports these efforts with a set of guidelines or ordinances, and the city's neighborhood services team helps put those guidelines into practice. These guidelines ensure grass stays trimmed, fences are maintained, home exteriors are kept up, and much more. We can all help out by first making sure our property meets these guidelines. If you notice a potential violation on a neighbor's property, first check the guidelines on the city's website. If it is a violation, the next step is to communicate with your neighbor directly. If that is not possible, or if the problem persists, it can be reported through LS Connect. LS Connect is an online platform for submitting issues to the city. You can access it on the city website or by downloading the app through your mobile device's app store. Once you submit an issue, it is reviewed by the Neighborhood Services team. A Neighborhood Services Officer will then visit the site. For any violations found, the Neighborhood Services Officer will leave a notice and speak with the property owner if possible. The officer's goal is to help the property owner solve or abate the problem as quickly as possible. After a 10-day period, the officer officer will inspect the site to see if the issue has been abated. Normally, by this point, the issue has been resolved. If not, depending on the type of issue, an extension could be granted, or the city might fix the problem at the owner's expense. In rare cases, if all other measures have been applied, the issue will be resolved in the municipal court. Neighborhood services officers work hard to resolve problems quickly and positively. They are here to support the community as we work together to keep our city beautiful.
Wow, welcome everyone. Would you please rise for the invocation and stay standing for the Pledge of Allegiance?
Dear Lord, as we gather this evening, for some of us for the final time, we ask that you be with each and every one of us. For those who are on our way out, I pray that you would continue to guide our steps and be with us on this new journey and purpose you have called us to, and to find comfort in knowing that we served our community well. For those that are incoming and that remain, would you guide them in the years to come in the direction that you would have them go, that represents this community, that you would give them wisdom, discernment, and conviction to lead well. Help them to always put their community first when making decisions. May we all always remember that we are only here because you have put us here and that we never take that for granted. Lord, thank you for the opportunity to be in this position. I am forever humbled and grateful to this community. In your holy name I pray. Amen.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Again, welcome everyone. I'm calling to order the City of Lee Summit Sine Die regular session number 69. Could I get a roll call, please?
Councilmember Funk.
Present.
Councilmember Lovell.
Here.
Carlisle.
Present.
Councilmember Hodges.
Here.
Councilmember Rader. Councilmember Pryor.
Here.
Councilmember Shields.
Here.
Mayor Pro Tem Lopez.
Here.
Mayor Baird.
Here. Okay, first thing on the agenda is the approval of the agenda. I have a motion to adopt the agenda by Councilmember Hodges, seconded by Councilmember Funk. Discussion? Seeing none, please cast your vote. Councilmember Carlisle?
I'm an aye.
Councilmember Lovell's an aye as well.
Aye.
Councilmember Shields is an aye. All votes are in. Please record the vote. It's unanimous, 8-0. Next is the approval of the consent agenda. We have a motion to adopt the consent agenda by Councilmember Hodges, seconded by Councilmember Shields. Discussion? Seeing none, please cast your vote. Councilmember Carlisle?
Aye.
Councilmember Lovell?
I'm in.
He's in. Councilmember Shields? Okay. All votes are in. Please record the vote. That's also unanimous. Thank you. Next is Council Roundtable. These are items of general interest, things going on in the community. Anybody want to? Yes, Councilmember Shields.
Yeah, this Sunday there's going to be a couple of different activities at Green Street, both yoga, which you guys are going to join me for one day, and a vintage fair. So hopefully folks will come out and enjoy our amazing community space. Thank you.
Thank you. It has been fun watching that playground this spring. Oh, Councilmember Carlisle.
Thank you, Mayor. This Saturday, the 25th at 9 a.m., we are having Recycle Fest. So if you need to know what you can bring, go online. It'll tell you everything you can bring, and it's over by the old landfill. Thank you.
Thank you. All right, we have a couple of public commenters tonight. Let's see here. Ms. Vollenweider. We allow 3 minutes for the public to speak, for everybody else in the audience. They're supposed to speak to items listed on the council agenda or general operations of the city. They get 3 minutes, and hopefully we'll get through. Ms. Vollenweider's not here? Yeah, Ms. Vollenweider, you're up.
That's me getting out of the way of Jonathan Cooley's car.
We leaving? Okay, where do you want to meet me?
Teresa Vollenweider, 5201 Northeast Maybrook Road. Officer Cooley used an arm bar on me. I learned that after I read the report. I titled this,
I welcome the new council members, and I wish them luck. I want them to succeed, and I thank the outgoing council for their service. It's something to be admired, and I appreciate that. What I want to comment on tonight is the city budget. I learned today that by watching the finance and budget meeting, because it's such riveting television, that we are in a big hole as far as the city is concerned. I won't go into a lot of detail onto why that hole exists, but there's a big problem. There's a big shortfall in the city budget, and that's a problem that you'll hear more about from the people who know how to discuss it more intelligently than I do. I don't want this to come off as being critical. It will, but I know that I cannot offer much help in that room. I'm not a finance guy, I'm not an accounting guy, I'm not a numbers guy. If I was in that room with the budget, I wouldn't be much help except to maybe serve some drinks. But what I can offer is to promote some accountability, transparency, and leadership where the city budget and the responsibility for the good of the city is concerned. So when I watched that meeting and I learned what the problems were and what the numbers were, I thought, in any walk of life, unless there is some immediate and tangible accountability, then nothing will change. And so that's what I'm bringing to this meeting. Ultimately, it is the City Council's job to approve and vote on anything that is brought before the city. And that includes a budget, which might include contract negotiations and other things of that nature that include the numbers of the city. So, in a way of bringing accountability and transparency and leadership to the City Council, who voted on this stuff, that resulted in us having this red number that we have without assigning individual blame, I would like for there to be some tangible accountability. I figure, in my dead reckoning, that each council member, excluding the mayor, brings home about $800 a month for their services, net. I think that at least 1 month should be donated to the charity of their choice as a mea culpa that got us where we are today. That I realize that the fence is hot, I see that, there's some consequences, I'm going to own that and pay for that. And to that end, I'm willing to lead that effort. I have in my hand a check to Hy-Vee Homefront for $800 that I will donate regardless if anybody else does so, just to lead the way in some accountability to the City Council. And thank you very much.
All right, thank you. All right, we're going to go to resolutions. Agenda item 5. Miss Fowler Curry, would you please read resolution number 26-04?
Resolution number 26-04, a resolution canvassing and declaring the results of the April 7th, 2026 regular municipal election for the municipal officers for the city of Lee Summit, Missouri.
Thank you. We have a motion to adopt resolution number 26-04 by Councilmember Shields, seconded by Councilmember Hodges. Discussion? Seeing none, please cast your vote.
Aye.
Thank you. I'm missing one vote. Thank you. All votes are in. Please record the vote. It passes 8-0. Next, we have committee reports. Anybody? It's tough. We're in the middle of a transition, so committee reports is, all right. Councilmember Shields.
Thank you, Mayor. I have a couple of items. We had the Lee Summit EDC meeting today, board meeting, and one of the items we discussed was a new policy that they ended up adopting regarding how they would evaluate potential projects and then bring their evaluation to the city. So, and that could be at the planning commission level, the committee level, the council level, but to say if a project is in line with the targeted industries that the EDC supports, is in line with the job goals that they have, that they'll come and kind of present those facts to council as one facet of a project that they consider when they make their decisions. So I think that's a good way to keep those lines of communication open, and they can make those recommendations upon the request of the board or the request of the city, or I think if a city council member wanted to ask them to come in and weigh in on something, I'm sure that they would. So just something to keep in mind for the future. And then I also did want to say we had a finance and budget meeting yesterday. We are in a difficult budget year, and there are going to have to be some tough choices made. We had some really good discussion about how we're going to balance those priorities and how we're going to make sure that we're meeting the needs of our citizens. And so I would really encourage, especially our incoming council members, if they have a chance to go and watch that, or at least look at the presentation, it'll give you a good idea of some of the challenges that we're facing this year and how we're going to try to weigh those as we make sure that we're addressing the needs of our residents. So that is all, Mayor. Thank you.
But you will end up with a balanced budget. Absolutely. Mr. Dunning, you're going to do a balanced budget, correct?
That's our mission, yes.
All right. Thank you. We are still on committee reports. Anybody else? All right. Council comments. For council comments, these are things that council members may want to discuss on future agenda items. Tonight, we're going to save our comments about each other until the very end. So, like our outgoing people, if you want to say something. Okay. No council comments? Okay. Roundtable, staff roundtable.
One quick item, Mayor. The city's capital improvement plan, we refer to that as our CIP, is coming up on the public hearing at Planning Commission on April 23rd, this Thursday. The public comment portion of that closes tomorrow at end of business. There is an executive summary that we've provided within the packet system, just high-level overview of the CIP. Just a couple highlights. The fiscal year 27 CIP is planned to deliver almost $136 million in improvements. Over the course of last year, there were 28 projects completed, totaling $139 million. So a lot of work going on in that space. And then within this CIP, there's 20 new projects estimated at $52 million that will roll into the CIP. So a lot of good information there. I encourage folks to look at it. And if they feel inclined to offer public comment and opinions, there's opportunities to do that. That's it, Mayor. Thank you.
Thank you. Okay. We are going to do some recognition of outgoing officials in a moment. When we do, we'll go down to the floor and we'll recognize the people that will be coming off this dais, or at least off this dais in their current position, because one's going to come back on the dais in a new position, and that would be, right now, he's the mayor-elect, Bethel Lopez. So I'm going to allow the council members to speak, and Councilmember Hodges has bravely said she will go first.
Okay, so bear with me. I'm going to try not to cry. And it would have been a lot longer if I would have talked about each individual person, but I didn't. Okay, so for 4 years, it sounds like a long time until you reach the end of it. I will always be grateful and humbled. Oh, jeez, guys. By the fact that people voted for me and had faith in me to serve them well. While I couldn't always make everyone happy all of the time, I can say with confidence that I served my community to the best of my ability. Even through the ups and downs, I have loved every second of being on City Council. I have learned and grown so much as a person, and I am grateful to everyone who contributed to that. I will say, when I was running for this position and when I first got on, I had many people tell me that I would have a tough time because I didn't align politically with some of the fellow council members because of how conservative I am. But let me tell you, if we all had the same ideas, political beliefs, or personality, we would be a very boring group, and we would not accomplish much of anything. And quite frankly, as much as people want to make this position out to be a left or right issue, it is not. It is filled with people who bring different strengths to the table that are unique to each one, and each add value in different ways and ultimately reach a common goal, which is to serve our community well, which is what it is all about. I cannot even begin to express my gratitude to the council members I have served with and the staff that has been so patient and willing to assist whenever asked. Council members, thank you for serving and thank you for making this community better than the way you found it. We don't always agree on things at the dais or in closed session, but there is a beauty in having a group of council members and mayor who can respectfully agree to disagree at times and keep it professional and genuinely like each other. We can all be passionate about issues that are important to us and can come across strongly, but if we didn't, we wouldn't be doing our job well, in my opinion. Mayor, boy, have we had our disagreements, but the fact that in the end, we could always come together and put aside our differences and work together, it speaks volumes. I have a huge amount of respect for you and how you led this council. I have seen so much growth in you over the last 4 years. You have become someone that I admire for your leadership ability and how passionate you are for the people you love and the purpose that you serve. I cannot thank you enough for the disagreements that brought growth, the passion in your work that fueled my own, and the ability to lead with drive that encouraged me to stay the course and push through when things were tough. We don't always have to agree on everything in order for me to recognize your service to this city and to tell you how grateful I am to have served alongside you and to say thank you for all of it. I'm grateful to know you.
Thank you.
Fellow council members, it is hard to put into words just how truly grateful I am for the last 4 years with all of you. We have been through a lot, and there isn't a group of people who I would have wanted to do this with more than all of you, and those I have served with my first 2 years as well. You all have taught me so much over the years, and I'm grateful that we can not only serve our community and make some tough decisions together, but to be able to do it with people who can laugh and make the hard times enjoyable and create an environment that is pleasant to be around. It made it so much sweeter. Whether it was laughing at John's pink pants, which he actually has on tonight.
They're salmon.
They're pink. or Mia's uncanny ability to know everyone in this city, or laughing at the dais with Beto for the last 4 years. It created an environment that can be lighthearted in the midst of making important decisions for our city, which also created a closer relationship between all of us, which created more respect between all of us. So thank you for all of it. It wouldn't be right to not at least address a specific council member in particular who has been my ride or die this entire journey. Whew. She was actually one that I was told I shouldn't talk to in the beginning because she was on the other side of things. So this is your sign to never listen to those people. Whew. Talk to everyone that you can. Okay, I'm sorry. It's okay to have things you disagree on, but there is a beauty in having those discussions and being able to agree to disagree. And as crazy as it sounds, walk away still loving that person. Mia, you are a gift to this city. I wish everyone could see you through my eyes because they would realize what a treasure you are and how you are the most selfless person I know. You have fought for so much good in this city that no one will ever know about, and you will never get credit for it. But I see you, and I know you don't do it for the credit, but this community deserves to know that you truly are the real deal and serve them so well. You are so honest and kind, probably the kindest person I have ever met. If someone is sick, even if you don't know them, you offer some natural remedy no one has ever heard of. or offer to bring them soup or do a porch drop-off for anything they need. It amazes me how easily you serve and how little people realize the depth of what you do for this community. You have made me a better person through this journey, and I thank the Lord every day to have you as one of my best friends throughout this entire journey. The Lord knew I needed you. The world truly is a better place with you in it, and I feel so fortunate to know you. Lastly, to my family, thank you for being on this journey with me and your love and support through it all. I could not have done any of this without you. I am excited for what the future holds and the extra time I get to spend being intentional with my family. I pray that this new council can work together and create a healthy environment of respect and being able to agree to disagree. I wish you all the best, and I am excited and hopeful for the future of this city. So congratulations to all the new council members. I am so happy for you. Thank you.
That was wonderful. Thank you. Can you follow that, John Lovell?
I can wipe these tears out of my eyes. Good gracious. Oh, man. As my 4 years on the city council comes to a close, I wanted to take a moment to reflect on our shared journey and to look ahead with hope and excitement to the future of our great city. I have lived in Lee Summit for more than 40 years. My father, Tom Lovell, served as Parks Director from 1978 to 2018, helping build the Parks and Recreation system that so many of us enjoy today. I guess you could say public service has always been in my blood. So when the opportunity arose to run for City Council in 2022, it never felt like a choice. It felt like a civic duty. A civic duty to take my experiences as a 40-plus year resident, business owner, son, husband, father, and put that to work representing a city that has given me so much and I love so dearly. These 4 years have been both humbling and incredibly rewarding. I've seen firsthand how every decision on infrastructure, public safety, economic development, and quality of life touches real people and real families. To the residents of District 2 and to this entire community, thank you for trusting me with this responsibility. I'm deeply grateful. My time here has only strengthened my conviction that to thrive in the decades ahead, we can bring the same practical, results-driven approach we use in business into city government. Real accountability, long-term focus, and the courage to think and act differently. We have tremendous opportunities in front of us, from smarter budgeting that builds modest surpluses for reserves and strategic investments, to procurement processes that prioritize proven performance and lasting value, to thoughtful commercial development that creates timeless character, walkability, generous green space, and designs we can all be proud of for generations. Despite what some might say, the truth is our city cannot afford to stand still. In government, business, and life, doing nothing is not an option. It leaves us behind. We must pursue continual improvement in everything we do, both personally, professionally, and civically. That means regularly examining how we operate and having the courage to adopt better ways forward. Whether in development practices, budgeting, procurement, design standards, or creating new opportunities for our growing community, it's about being proactive, thinking outside the box, and not fearing change. It's okay to demand more from our public spaces, our streets, our buildings, and our partnerships. It's okay to use the tools we have available, like incentives, to achieve higher quality outcomes that benefit everyone. Dare I say Carmel, Indiana? Inside joke. These past 4 years, I've tried to legislate from one mantra: strong opinions, but loosely held. That means coming in with clear convictions, but staying open to changing my mind when better evidence or arguments are presented. One of the most valuable practices I learned is to steelman someone's argument or position. That means making the strongest, fairest case for their argument before responding to it. Doing so leads to more honest, respectful, and productive debates, and ultimately to wiser decisions in life and for Lee Summit. To the new council and new mayor, I believe in this group. We should all want what's best for Lee Summit, and that starts by letting go of the past election results and working towards one common goal: a better Lee Summit. Rather than being part of the problem, might we all be part of the solution, offering ideas, debating vigorously but respectfully, while considering both intended and unintended consequences, but always from the perspective of preserving the long-term health and vibrance of our city. Lee Summit should be a hand-up, not handout community. City government can provide the framework and infrastructure, but each of us, residents and businesses alike, must take pride in keeping our own side of the street clean, both literally and figuratively. When we all step up and contribute, we build a stronger, more self-reliant city. I leave these chambers with immense gratitude for the citizens who trusted me to serve and for every colleague I've worked with alongside these 4 years. I wasn't perfect, far from it, especially with email communication. But I am truly proud of how this council debated openly, honestly, and with respect. We brought different perspectives and different strengths, yet we always shared one common goal, doing what we believed was best for Lee Summit. So to my fellow council members up here with me tonight, Faith, when I look at you today, 4 years after we first began this journey, I see tremendous growth. You jumped in head first with courage and openness, embracing every challenge, every learning curve, and every difficult decision that came your way. You never backed down. Instead, you've grown into a stronger, more confident leader, someone who listens deeply, adapts wisely, stands firmly on principle, and consistently voices thoughtful opinions with clarity and conviction. Most of all, your unwavering commitment to this community has been evident in every interaction. You've responded to your constituents with genuine care and accessibility, treating every concern as important and every voice as worthy of attention. That steady dedication paired with the quiet strength of your faith has been your true north, guiding you not only as a dedicated council member, but as a loving mother and wife as well. It has driven you to accomplish meaningful things for our city, and I truly hope this is not the end of your public service. I wish you and your beautiful family nothing but the best in whatever chapter lies ahead. Thank you for your heart, your growth, and your faithful service. Mia, you are truly one of my favorite human beings. I never quite know what's going to come out of your mouth next, but it almost always brings a smile to my face and lightens the moment in the best way. Your strengths complement my weaknesses so perfectly that serving alongside you has been a genuine joy and privilege. No one has been more deeply engaged with our citizens than you. You've taken the time to truly listen, to hear every concern with an open heart, and to keep your finger firmly on the pulse of our city. That responsiveness, that genuine care has lifted me up more than you'll ever know, and I'm forever grateful. And yes, you even got us more chickens. What makes your service even more special is the beautiful way you show up as a mother. You're an incredible mom, pouring so much love, patience, energy, and devotion into your family every single day. It's clear that the same nurturing, protective heart is at the very core of how you serve our community. I know the next 4 years are in truly excellent hands with you. I deeply admire your willingness to step up and serve again. Thank you for all you do, and I wish you the best of luck. Cinda. I've known you since I was a child, and it's been a privilege to watch you build such an extraordinary legacy in our city. There's no doubt you will continue to add to that legacy in the years ahead as a council member. You've faced some of life's most difficult seasons and emerged even stronger. As a devoted mother, a successful businesswoman, and a deeply dedicated citizen, that resilience is inspiring. Even though the election didn't unfold as you'd hoped, your voice and your perspective remain vitally important to this community. All perspectives matter, especially yours. In a time when it can be easier to stay silent, your strength, your clarity, and your willingness to speak with honesty and conviction are exactly what our city needs. Your unique viewpoint challenges us to think more deeply, to consider every angle, and to make better decisions for everyone we serve. That combination of wisdom, experience, and unshakable strength is a rare and precious gift to Lee Summit, and I'm grateful it will continue to shape our future. Hillary. Is my time up? Sorry. You're next, Trish. Hillary, serving alongside you as a fellow council member has been one of the greatest surprises and deepest joys of my 4 years on this dais. You quickly showed me that preconceived notions, political labels, and the differences people on the outside often assumed about us don't define who we truly are or how we can work together. You are incredibly well-read, well-prepared, pragmatic, and deeply thoughtful. I always looked forward to hearing your perspective because it came from a place of genuine understanding and careful study. More often than not, your insight served as my guiding light when making difficult decisions. I have a tremendous respect for your opinion. It carried real weight with me and helped me see issues more clearly. I'll never forget the CID approval vote where I had voiced strong opposition. I was the only one, at least in my mind, that was opposing it. You immediately jumped in and stood right beside me in support. That moment cut through any perceived differences others may have seen between us and reminded me that at the end of the day, we are both here for the same reason, to do what we believe is truly best for Lee Summit. I know our city is always in excellent hands when you are involved. Wherever your path may lead next, whatever office or opportunity you pursue, know that there is at least one. Many people who would willingly give 8 full years of their lives in public service on the city council step away for 2 and then choose to return to the work once again. That kind of sustained commitment speaks volumes about your deep sense of duty and your genuine love for this community. You bring a bold, colorful personality to every meeting, and you have a remarkable way of using direct, colorful language to cut through the noise and make your point with clarity and conviction. Beyond that, what has always stood out to me is how smart, tenacious, and fair you are. You're never afraid to stand your ground, even when it would be easier to go along with the crowd. You've brought a wealth of knowledge, experience, and hard-earned expertise to this dais, and the council has been better for it. It's been an honor to serve with you. Whew, Donnie, oh boy. Truly are like a brother to me. Friendship we share means more than I could ever adequately express. Through the ups and downs of life, you've been a constant source of strength, loyalty, and encouragement. I cannot imagine having served on this council without you. This election subjected you to some unfair challenges and scrutiny, but I know the man you are. I know the depth of your care for the city and the many sacrifices you make for your family, your business, and our community. That kind of quiet, steadfast dedication is rare, and it's one of the many reasons I respect you so deeply. I'm grateful beyond measure that our city will remain in such capable and committed hands with you for the next 4 years. You've consistently showed up, listened with care, and fought for what is right with this city. I love you, brother. I'm almost there, guys. Mayor-elect Beto, you have given so much to this city. 8 years on council, your upcoming 4 years as mayor, and your previous time on planning commission. That kind of sustained commitment is rare, and it speaks volumes about your dedication. What I admire most is your steady, level-headed presence, especially in difficult situations. You have a remarkable gift for bringing people together from all perspectives, staying calm, and focusing on practical solutions that serve our city. You've always asked the right questions. Is this best for the city? Does this move us forward? That attitude will serve you well and all of us as mayor. Most importantly, you're a wonderful husband and a devoted father to your beautiful daughters. Your family and your faith have been your guiding pillars that shape everything you do. And I know they will continue to guide and strengthen you as you lead our city as mayor. You will make an outstanding mayor, and I couldn't be more confident in your leadership for the years to come. And finally, Mayor Baird. No one in our city has endured more criticism, misunderstanding, or outright abuse than you have over the past several years. And yet, through it all, you never wavered in your commitment to us. You made the tough, often unpopular decisions that true leadership demands, choices that required real sacrifice, personal cost, and the courage to stand alone when it would have been easier to follow the crowd. You were willing to take the arrows, to absorb the blows, and to shield our community from pressures that could have done us real harm. That willingness to protect what matters most, even when it meant bearing the brunt of the backlash, is the unmistakable mark of a servant leader. You poured tremendous energy, love, care, and thoughtful stewardship into every corner of our city. You kept the doors open to every voice, no matter how critical, and you gave your time generously to anyone who needed to be heard. We haven't always seen eye to eye, but I always respected the integrity and perseverance you brought to the role. You are a good man who has overcome significant personal hardship through sheer hard work and quiet determination. You have been and remain a devoted husband and father who has modeled what it likes to serve others first. History has a way of eventually recognizing leaders who are willing to do the hard, thankless work in real time. I believe your legacy will be one of those, quietly strong, deeply impactful, and far more enduring than the noise of the moment ever suggested. Thank you from the bottom of my heart for everything you've given to our community. You will be missed, and you will be remembered with gratitude. God bless you and your family in the next chapter. And finally, none of this journey would have been possible without the love and support of my family. To my wife, thank you for your endless patience, your unwavering encouragement, and for being my rock through every long night and every tough decision. You have carried so much behind the scenes so that I could serve our city with a clear mind and a full heart. And to our daughters, you are the light of my life and the reason I show up every single day. Your smiles, your strength, and the future we're building together have inspired me more than you ever know. You are the driving force behind everything I do. You are the motivation for every sacrifice, the compass for every decision, and the joy that makes every victory worthwhile. I love you more than words can say, and I'm forever grateful to have you by my side.
That was really amazing and wonderful, and I can't thank you enough. Councilmember Lovell. Okay. Who would like to go next? Councilmember Shields.
Thank you, Mayor. I did my best to embarrass you, Mayor, and Councilmember Hodges last week, but I will say again, I appreciate your leadership so much. I've learned so much, and I don't think I would have found my voice on this dais without your encouragement.
You would have.
I appreciate you. You've done a lot from the city. And we would not be the council that we are without your leadership. And Councilmember Hodges, I told you last week, I have loved serving with you. I've loved seeing you grow. I think it's kind of amazing that I think we were probably the first 2 women to give birth on the dais, which is pretty cool.
Not on the dais.
Not on the dais. Hey, that's usually my joke. Thankfully not literally on. But we had 2 baby showers like during this term. It was cool. And I understand that you want to devote more time to your family, and I respect that, but we will miss you. And Councilmember Lovell, I was going to make a joke about Carmel, Indiana, but you beat me to it. I've really enjoyed serving with you. I think you and I have had some of the strongest disagreements that I've had with anyone on this dais, but I have so much respect for you. I always say, if you don't come in here wanting to accomplish something, and if you don't come in here with any opinions, why are you up here? And you come in here with strong opinions loosely held, and we have great discussions because of it, and I learn a lot because of it, and I'm going to miss you as well. So I really appreciate your service, and thank you for being here.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you, Councilmember Shields. That was very, very kind. Councilmember Funk.
Thank you, Mayor. I can't thank this group of dedicated servants. Their leadership has helped guide me through my first year as council. So I'm not going to be as long as Councilmember Lovell, but
Sorry about that.
Councilmember Hodges,
Really.
I don't know if you remember the first time we met. I do. It was at your council forum when you were first running for office. I introduced myself and I told you it would probably be best to go home and study the comp and strat plan, and you will do great things. Sitting here today, I know you did, and you've come a long way. You've answered every email, every phone call, and you've taught me to do the same. I can't thank you enough for all the discussions and guidance you have given me through my first year of council. Go enjoy your family. Councilmember Lovell. Try to keep this funny. My dear friend, thank you for always giving me your unbiased opinion, even when I didn't really want it. I am not sure who on this incoming council is going to be able to uphold your unwavering fashion and shoe style. Truly, thank you, my brother, for your guidance, sharing your friendship, your family, and your leadership skills with me. I know you will always be sitting outside the window, looking in, waiting for something good to happen. That's an inside joke. Also, I have a good feeling this isn't your last ride. I see your father sitting out there, and he knows the same. But until then, enjoy playing golf with your beautiful family. Mayor Baird, public service is never easy. It requires long hours. You put them in. The willingness to listen. You've always done that. And some tough decisions, even when opinions differ, you are always there to make them right. You have met all these challenges with integrity, purpose, but always keeping the best interests of this community at heart. Because of this, you've made all of us better prepared for the future. Thank you, and your family for your leadership sacrifices you have made for this great city. I wish you all the best in your next chapter. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Donnie. Woo. Okay, anybody else? I'm gonna let Mayor Pro Tem Lopez go last, so out of respect for the incoming leadership. Would you like to say anything?
I can't, no.
Okay. Would you like to say anything? No. Okay. All right, then Mayor Pro Tem Lopez. Mayor-elect Lopez. Sorry.
Thank you, Mayor. Before I make comments, we have a special guest that had a tough time getting here, but he got here, that I think it would be very special for him to come up and say a few words first before I speak. So, Dr. Buck, I saw you walk in.
Wow.
Come on up.
Everybody, this is Superintendent of Schools, Lee Summit Schools, Dr. David Buck.
Yep, thank you.
So I think I'm going to say the same thing you just heard both Councilmember Hodges and Lovell say. When I first met you 6 years ago, you said the same thing that I heard both of them say. The citizens of our community want to see all of us work together for a better Lee Summit. And part of that is sometimes we disagree, but we do it in a respectful way and figure out a path forward for the best answer. And I think you've done that very well. And I appreciate all the different times that we've been able to work on things together and also watching from afar on how you've helped our city come together. So with that, as a token, got you a little award here that says thank you for your service to our city, and I appreciate it. Appreciate you.
On his own phone, right?
Nice. Very nice. Wonderful surprise.
Great. Thank you, Dr. Buck. Appreciate that a whole lot.
I wasn't sure the school district would ever give me an award after my first run.
Well, all the comments are very accurate, and that's why you're getting the gestures and the attention tonight. You deserve it. So I get the honor of making the last comments.
Actually, I get to make
well, okay. honoring. All right, stand corrected. Okay. Honoring our outgoing council representatives and the mayor. And it goes without saying, I'll touch upon the mayor and I's role. We have served all 8 years together, and that's pretty unique. And I will forever be grateful for that, having that opportunity to serve alongside you. And though it didn't sit well with some people, for you to have chosen me as the mayor pro tem all 8 years, I will always be grateful for that. And I think we understand the reasons why you did that. Amongst many, many qualified and very intelligent colleagues that I've had in the all 8 years that I've served alongside you here on the council, that could have been easily chosen as mayor pro tems. I use that to, not for my benefit, but to continue to serve this community and represent our community in situations and in times when the mayor was not available. And I've done my best to do it with the highest level of integrity and commitment and respect for our community and all of our citizens. But before I speak more about the mayor, I do want to acknowledge the outgoing council representatives. You heard them speak. You heard them talk about, starting with Councilmember Lovell, start to my right here. I had known Councilmember Lovell prior to him being on City Council. I didn't know him as well as I thought I did. And as the comments he made, I won't repeat some of the things he said. I'm very grateful for his comments, but right back at you, because you came in here sacrificing a lot. We sacrifice a lot when we make a decision to come up here and spend time representing our city, trying to work on policy that will keep all of us safe and help us keep the same quality of life that we all love and cherish here in this community. But you came in and you had different perspectives, but you were respectful. And that respect, that integrity, that commitment to the city, that love for this city, and the person that you are at home with your family, your children, your wife, you brought that here. And that is something that I will always cherish and will admire about you. And I also look forward to continuing our friendship and considering you a friend forever. So I appreciate you a whole lot too. Thank you. Councilmember Hodges, oh boy. So she came in on fire. And she knows I'm being sarcastic and facetious, but she came in knowing it all. She knew it all. And as she said, when you sit up here, it's a very humbling role and experience. We all come in convicted and come in with certain perspectives about all kinds of things here in the city. And what I respect and admire about her is that coming in with those perspectives and those convictions, she was also very open-minded to learning more. And she asked the questions. And the mayor and I made sure she sat right next to me to make sure that she didn't get out of line. No.
Kept you from getting out of line.
Yeah. What was kind of dangerous was that she giggled for everything and then got me giggling, and then that was a mess. So, but I'm going to miss that part of our relationship here on the dais. But as already has been said, you as an individual, besides your elected role, what I've observed you is the person that you are as a human. And as a, I'm not going to get choked up, but as just a human being and a wife and a mom and a daughter, your commitment to your faith is something that I've learned a lot from as well, as your colleague. And that's the beauty of doing what we do. It doesn't always work out, but you do make long-lasting friends with certain people that you serve with. And I completely admire a little unknown secret. No. I'll go ahead and say it. You see her features. She does not look any bit of any kind of ethnicity. She was very proud to tell me when she first met me that she's of Hispanic descent as well. We're the only two Mexicans on the dais, and she reminded me of that often. So, and that's kind of an inside joke. But no, I'm very impressed with how she came in. Again, she was willing to learn, kind of like Councilmember Funk said. She was willing to learn and go do the research and go do her homework. And that's why she became an outstanding council representative. And it's disappointing to see her, for her to make the decision that she will no longer serve, but highly respect that decision as well, as it has already been stated. Her commitment to her family is top priority, and her faith, but you will always be remembered for a legacy that you left here on the council as well, and for our city. Thank you very much. Let's see, I think that's everyone. Mayor. All right, here we go. Here we go. I promise I won't cry. I made a statement, and I promise I'll make it brief. I made a statement at the most recent mayor's character breakfast earlier this year in January. I had the opportunity to introduce the mayor as the main speaker for this event, this character breakfast. I was honored when I was asked. I was honored to do that, make that introduction for a lot of reasons. As I said here a few minutes ago, I am the only council representative that served all 8 years with you, and that's pretty unique. But I got to see firsthand how different councils and just the characteristics of a council and the demeanor of a council changes every 2 years. We have new council people that come and go. During those times, it's very challenging as a leader to help navigate the different personalities and the different interests that people come in with. And it has already been said, I won't repeat some of the qualities and the ideas that some people already mentioned, but he has known how to navigate through that. And that's pretty unique. And what I said at the mayor's character breakfast was that it's easy for a leader to lead when things are going well. The true test of a leader, from my perspective, is how you deal when things are not that well, okay? And I'm going to read a few things here in a second. I'm normally not a script person. People that know me know that. But these things are things that need to be highlighted and brought up because of his leadership, during the good times and the tough times, these things were completed and were done, and that's what makes this city so special. Our city every city has challenges, but we've positioned our community to be the fastest growing city in the state of Missouri and the best city. We have so much growth and positive progress in our community, and all of these projects and things that I'm going to list here in a second have his fingerprints all over them. And that's something, that's the legacy that I told him several months back. His legacy has already been set in this community, and no one will ever change that. And when people that aren't familiar with Lee Summit walk outside these doors and you see what's across the street, that's a perfect example of Mayor Baird's fingerprints all over it. All right, but I'm going to read a few things. Just keep these in mind, whether you're from the city. I have family here that doesn't live in the community, but these are very significant accomplishments and initiatives that Mayor Baird was extremely instrumental in making sure they were completed. Initially the Ignite Community Strategic Plan, the new comprehensive plan, consolidation of the boards and commissions to align with the strategic plan, specifically the wellness and cultural commissions, the half-cent sales public safety tax, which was a big undertaking for our city, the use tax, the marijuana tax, the debt levy reallocation of operating levy bond, the 2019 and the 2023 no tax increase bond initiatives. And that created in 2019 no tax increase bond initiatives of $19.5 million that helped build 2 new fire stations, stations 4 and 5, a police substation on the south part of the city. We got aerial fire apparatus for our firefighters, police in-car video and body-worn cameras, network infrastructure for our public safety personnel. Green Street project. That's the project, if you're not familiar with Lee Summit, just look outside the window. That project was stalled. There's many great ideas, many forefathers that had the concept that we needed a true farmer's market in our community, but it was stalled. And Mayor Baird led that charge to bring people together, as that already has been said. And just look how beautiful that thing is. And when you come anywhere near here during the day when the weather's nice and you see the children playing in that playground, we spend a lot of countless nights working with the architects and the planners to come up with that concept. That's something you should be always very proud of. Our airport here in Lee Summit, we went through a branding and a name change. It is now called the Kansas City Lee Summit Regional Airport. That airport brings over $50 million of tax revenue to this community. That wasn't the case 8 years ago, okay? He has his fingerprints all over that. All the road improvements. The sign of a healthy community is when you see significant multi-jurisdiction road improvements. You have Chipman Road renovation, Colburn Road renovation, West 3rd Street improvements. And on top of that, we've restructured and continue to be more inclusive with the partners that we have within the city, the Planning Commission, the Park Board, Lee Summit R7. He initiated joint session meetings with them because each one of those groups, we share the same brand, Lee Summit, Missouri. And it was somewhat, people were kind of operating in silos in the past. He unified all these groups. And that's what's made us stronger as a community, all of us being aligned together. And he gets credit for that. We have ARPA funding during COVID that he was instrumental in championing along with our city manager. The CARES Act funding. We have a processing plant, first one in the state. And let me talk about one of the most difficult times in the history of our country, of the world, this COVID period. You talk about everything that was going on. He kept calm and collective and kept the council focused on making sure that our citizens were always provided the best services and kept all of us safe, working with all the different multiple jurisdictions and leading the charge when we had shortfalls with our county colleagues. Lee Summit took the lead on a lot of the CARES Act COVID procedures and keeping our community safe. He deserves a lot of credit for that. Most people don't really ever knew about that. And so that's something important to point out. We have a landfill in South Kansas City that was a big controversy. He led the charge with all the leaders in Jackson County to make sure that Lee Summit and the surrounding areas around the landfill were protected. The quarry project, Lee Summit EDC, 8 years ago was much different than it is now. Not to dwell on the past, but we're on a path forward to continue to grow this community in the most highly responsible way. Economic development. We have a Costco coming, okay? That project, that site where the Costco's going was in bankruptcy. And because of his leadership, he again unified people and got the previous owners, the lenders that were involved, and we were able to generate revenue and funds for the city to help our overall budget. That's leadership. We have more commercial development than in the history, in any time of history of Lee Summit, Missouri. We have more light industrial facilities in Lee Summit, more jobs that have been created in Lee Summit than ever in the history of Lee Summit, under his leadership. Discovery Park is the largest mixed-use development in the state of Missouri's history, over by St. Luke's on Douglas and Colburn Road. The mayor was completely instrumental in working with the developers there and the investors. As we all know, we have the PRI land, the Church of Jesus Christ and Latter-day Saints. They own over 4,000 acres in the city of Lee Summit. This one we got a little lucky on. The church owns quite a bit of land in the Kansas City area. The land they own in Lee Summit, for years, many of our predecessors, leaders, they couldn't get the church to move on that. It's over on the north side, closer to the Lakewood area, and on the south side, closer to 291 and 150. Over 4,000 acres, that's bigger than a lot of our neighboring cities around here. So that's pretty significant. As soon as he becomes mayor, they announce that they want to go ahead and develop it. And so, but with that comes a lot of challenges. He's led that charge to make sure that that's done in the most responsible, strategic manner, so it aligns, as Councilmember Lovell said, preserving the quality of life with the green space, the walkability, and in the most responsible manner. He led the charge with the church, along with our city leadership. Paragon Star, we're hopeful that that project continues to progress and gets completed. He's been very instrumental in making sure that that project over on View High and 470 gets completed. And our community partners, he's kind of led the charge with all the development that our downtown. Have you all been to our if you haven't been to our downtown, how do you like it? How do people like our downtown here? He brought many of the groups that are involved in leadership in making sure this downtown is preserved, and that charm and the character and the legacy that Lee Summit, Missouri has. He has been completely instrumental in working with many of the groups, Downtown Main Street Group and the Chamber of Commerce, and I already mentioned the EDC. And those things don't happen by luck or just by chance. That's intentional. And he has been the leader that has brought all these groups together. And as I finish here, I just want to say again that it's been a complete honor to serve along with you. I told you this several months back, and I said it earlier when I started speaking here a second ago. Your legacy is set in this community, and it will never be forgotten. And you and your family should always cherish that, because you deserve it. And it's been a tough situation. There's been many ups and downs, but you kept this city steady during the entire time. And I was there a witness along with you for the ride. And many of us were out here too, witnesses of that. So very grateful for that. Thank you for everything you've done. On behalf of all of our former council colleagues that have served with us, our current council colleagues, our city staff, and all the citizens of Lee Summit, Missouri, thank you for your service to this community. It will never be forgotten. Thank you.
I was for sure I wasn't going to get emotional tonight. My wife's not here because I didn't want to cry. When I talk about her, I cry. So I'm like, we'll just do this farewell thing next week, or or after sometime. But that's really, really nice of all of you. So I do have to say a few first. I didn't do any of those things by myself. I had unbelievable council members helping me, as you can see. They're amazing. And I love you all, I really do. They're as dynamic and brilliant and smart as they just revealed to you. You can see how strategic and thoughtful and caring and compassionate they all are, and what integrity they all have. And I would just like to, I would like to say a couple words about each of them, but I just first got to zoom in over here because they do all this work that make us look good. Everything Mayor-elect Lopez just said that we've accomplished as a city has been because of these people, because of the leadership of Mark Dunning, because of his communication skills, because of his working his way up through the city's departments. He's been a phenomenal civic leader and employee of the city, but also he's been a great person and friend to lean on. We work so closely together, and if you see cohesion up here, it's because yes, we all respect each other and we've learned to work together respectfully, but it's also because he helps us. He fixes problems. He sees things and he says, "Here, let me help. Let me do this." He is the ultimate team player. The ultimate team player is Mark Dunning. So Mark, very much appreciate you. Brian Head's right behind him. He's our city attorney, and I can't even tell you the kind of conversations I've had to have with that man over 8 years. So legal expertise, yes, but also confidant and someone that you just have to talk about things that you shouldn't be having to talk about sometimes. But the city staff, Ryan Elam, you're amazing. You're there for every council member. I look around and I see, I'm so proud of the police department, and I see Deputy Chief Bunker, Chief Forbes, is he not here tonight? To give him my regards, I'll see him. Michael Park, I'm so proud of the infrastructure and everything you've done and the guidance and advice you give us. And Chief Snyder, there you are, Chief Snyder and Chief Eden, Assistant Chief Eden, and more. You guys are just amazing. Where's Joe Snook? There he is, Joe Snook. We've come a long way with our relationship with the parks and the city. We're sister charter organizations, and I feel like we've really made our city proud with our relationships. Dr. Buck and our community partners. Dr. Buck, I love you. You've been there for this group here. You've been there for the city. We did get you you closed on some properties with the church, and that was the goal 6 years ago. I know it took 6 years. Sorry about that. But we kept plugging for you. I know there's other community partners in the room, and we do have joint meetings with our different community partners. I see downtown, I see Donnie, and so many others we're working together with. We've started a tourism department and more. So it's these community partners that really make this city so great, and they do all the work and make the city look good, the city council look good, but it's because they're engaging with us, and it's because the council's engaging with them. We have lots of boards and commissions. I want to thank all those citizens. I want to thank the citizens in general. You're all here tonight supporting us, and this gives us strength. When you show up like this and you're here for your family, it gives us strength to do the hard stuff, to make the hard decisions, to battle through the grind of the job. And let me tell you, the job is a grind. I think that I would like to just say a couple things. I'll try to be quick because I know you've listened to a lot of stuff about me, but just about the council members. I'm going to go in order of tenure, so least tenure first. So that'd be Councilmember Donnie Funk. And I always call them by their last name, Councilmember Funk, but I'm going to go ahead and call you by your first names. This will be the first time in 8 years I've done that. I try to keep it super professional, but Donnie, you've impressed me this year with your work ethic and your determination and your overall approach. You have actually, in 1 year, become the unofficial liaison at times to building bridges between council members and other people in the community. It's why you were such a strong leader on the Planning Commission all those years, because you bring people together, you work on consensus, and that's what we need. You were absolutely, like Councilmember Lovell said, a professional during a contentious campaign, and it showed what kind of person you are and what kind of character you have. And I was just so extremely proud of you. Cinda, you know, she's been a board member, a committee member, a commission member, planning commission, and a city council member. And I was proud to be a part of appointing her to most of those positions in my career. And so I thank her for advocating for housing affordability and to keep that as a top priority for our council. And I thank her for carrying herself with professionalism on the dais and in City Hall. John Lovell is, you know, we go way back before council. We've been dear friends for such a long time. I can't even look at him. He makes me laugh and cry. He's always making me laugh. He's the one guy that can get me to smile when I'm in the most intense mood. And I do admire your business savvy and your pragmatism and your integrity. And most people, you know, don't know you were right there for me in the school board years, and you always gave me confidence and strength when I needed it the most. And you know, but the thing is about John, you saw tonight, it's not what I love most about him. What I love most about him is the fact that he loves his family and his friends, and that's what I most respect about you, is the way you treat them and treat us as family. You're really a great role model for our community. Faith, boy, we have had quite the experience together, and I adore her. We are very similar personalities, so we're also truth seekers, and truth seekers, you know, they are on a mission and relentless. So, but you've just so impressed all of us with your determination, dedication, hard work. We'll be having this long discussion, and sometimes she'll wait and chime in later, and then she just wraps it all up and summarizes it, and I'm like, okay, she's arrived. She just summarizes it perfectly. Let's get to the decision point. We've talked for an hour. It's time to go. And you know, I've told her many times personally that, yeah, she's got all these wonderful things that are like me and relentless, and she's tough and such, but it's her values and ethics that I admire most about you. And I keep saying that because it's true, and it's what binds us and bonds us. So thank you for your service in the last 4 years. Mia is a passionate advocate for the community. She fights for all the good causes that are important for the health of the community and our citizens, even if you didn't know that it was good for you. She's going to find something to make you better. She's made so many decisions, though, in the last couple of years that were very hard because of differing views in the community, and she doesn't like to see people upset with each other. But she took all the information in. You listened, Mia. You made the best decisions you could with the information you had. And when we didn't have solutions, you kept searching until you found one for us. She also is relentless in her own way. She's amazing in that she's going to find a path. And so, Mia, thank you for being a great elected official, community member, listener, and friend, too. So, Hillary, she really does make me proud with regard to, I just have a lot of confidence in her talent, her analytical skills, decision-making ability, your judgment. But it's all the other stuff that the public doesn't necessarily know that makes you special, because you just take on extra duties. You work with, you know, you'll do whatever it takes. You've supported me, you've supported the Mayor Pro Tem, you've chaired the finance and budget, which is not fun, obviously. We heard about that tonight. You've done everything that I've ever asked. And there were so many times that you, on this dais, championed a topic, but you found a way to include others in the conversation. And you found a way to empower the other council members in the decision-making. And you were so passionate, but then you would go to a compromise. You would compromise your position and give so that we could find a path forward where we had stronger consensus. And it just means everything, and it reflects great leadership. So I'm very proud of you. Thank you. Trish, you have been a rock for this council in making good decisions my entire time as mayor. Yes, you took a little break in there because you'd already served 8 years, but you too, your analytical skills, your decision-making abilities are so highly valued by council members, by staff, by the community, and by myself. So you've always brought logic, legal justification, pragmatism, and it's not that you needed much help, but I really did try to sometimes frame things because I knew you would come right in and lead the way if I just could set it up so that we'd have a conversation, and you always did. You're an amazing person. You're an incredibly hard worker. And yes, you are super charismatic and very humorous, and I've truly enjoyed getting to know you and working with you. And then with Betho, I don't know what to say. We didn't know each other 8 years ago. I think we were destined to get to know each other. I always called him the glue that kept us all together, because sometimes I did push and I would go forward and he would come in behind and say, no, it's okay, everybody, we can do this, let's work together. And he just kept doing that over and over. He kept pulling us together. He kept bringing in consensus. He kept saying, no, we got to stick together as a team. Why wouldn't I pick him every year as the mayor pro tem? That's his gift, and he'll use it as mayor. And you're going to be successful because of this gift, and then you're going to have to deal with all the other ones that are pushing. You won't have me to be a pain, but you'll have others, and they're going to be pains, and just keep them together. And if you can keep this culture that we have now, you're going to have great success, and I know that you can. I can tell you that we wouldn't have achieved all that list that he talked about. There's a lot of achievements there if we hadn't had this mindset of teamwork, support, advocacy. It's just this shared championship mentality that we have. And so I do thank you for being the best mayor pro tem, but also the best community member, the best advocate, the best representative of what this city, of what makes this city great. I'm very, very grateful to you. And all those nice words were really wonderful. I think that, again, I'm not going to talk about the achievements. I'll let the record speak for itself, and he's our Mayor Pro Tem, our Mayor-elect has already talked about all that. I won't even touch that. I didn't plan on touching that. I just planned on telling everyone tonight that, we are now a regional leader in public safety. We are a regional hub for economic development. We're a tremendous role model city on how to invest in our community, in infrastructure, and in our downtown, where we have Green Street and the Farmers Market and the performance venue. But what has been most important to me, and this is my last little spiel here, I wrote a last little speech. It's only about a minute and a half. But I went ahead and wrote this out like I would give at the State of the City or something, and I just put, and this applies to all council members, because I have never worked with a single council member that I did not believe was up here for the right reasons. They were all up here for the right reasons, and especially this group. And yes, we have debate and we disagree, but it's because we're passionate. And here's what I would like to say is that the most important work I've done as mayor in the last 8 years isn't the work, it's the work that you didn't see. For 8 years I've held a position that many people believe comes with influence, opportunity, and access. And every single day, I and we made a choice. We took precautions, we set boundaries, we held ourselves accountable, even when no one was watching. Because doing the right thing isn't always easy, but it's always necessary. Because integrity isn't situational, it's constant. We live in a time when it's easy to believe the worst, when accusations spread faster than truth, when public service is often met with doubt. But not all of us are what people assume. Some of us choose this path to serve, not to benefit. Behind the scenes, I've faced difficult situations, the kind you don't campaign on, the kinds you don't talk about. And I've handled them with as much compassion and care as I could, and with as much respect for every person involved. But I needed strong people around me to be able to get through those tough times. And I've always been blessed to work alongside phenomenal elected officials like you see here, and a talented city staff. So I've always believed that there are many ways to give back to the community. Through volunteering, through service, through leadership, but the most impactful is often the hardest. It's using your voice to stand up for what's right, to support those who are unfairly targeted, to speak with courage even when it's uncomfortable, because a healthy community depends on more than growth or development. It depends on character. And when character is challenged by negativity, division, or by unfounded accusations, we have a responsibility to rise above it, because what we protect as a community is what we become. And at the end of the day, the most important thing that we can be remembered for is our integrity. And it's the same for our community. The integrity we protect today is what defines our future. And we can build a community that leads with integrity and stands for what's right. And I think that we're on the right path. So again, I do love you all. I really do. I'm gonna miss this team. I want to be a part of this team continually, and I will, so I'll stay involved, but I've loved being a part of this team up here and with you all and with all of you. So with that, I think we need to give some plaques and sign in the new, or swear in, I'm sorry, the new elected officials. So thank you all for coming. I think we'll start with, the three of us will come down, four, because Mayor Pro Tem Lopez is about to become Mayor Lopez. And so he has to come down and get an award with the others that are coming off, and then he'll come back up and be sworn in. So.
I just want to say, if they gave an award for all of you, it's incredible, the intelligence, the compassion, even the vocabulary, the things that you have just shared, all of you tonight. I'm a proud citizen of Lee Summit. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Everybody was
Well, when she stood up, they're so used to me getting that gavel ready. They thought I was going to gavel you. You know, my first meeting 8 years ago, Mark Dunning had to watch it because we haven't done Sine Die. He hasn't been city manager since we did a Sine Die like this. And he's like, do you know that you had to get your gavel out the very first meeting? And I was like, oh my goodness, yeah, probably. Okay, where are we? Okay. Mr. Dunning, do you want to say a few words?
Sure. On behalf of not only the organization, but this community as a whole, a lot of things set up here. Just to speak to the dedication, the amount of time, care, and effort that it was gone into the work that you all put towards furthering this community is impressive. Mayor-elect Lopez read off quite a list of accomplishments just over the last 8 years. We've all been thankful to be a part of that, knowing that Mayor Baird, your leadership, your vision, your ability to carry a flag and get others to get behind it made a huge difference. But also being a leader, you must be a good follower too. And so there are times where you let others lead. Whether you realize it or not, you did, and others stepped up to the plate. And so it's just a huge amount of kudos on behalf of this organization on where we are today because of the leadership that you've all brought to us in doing our work, right? We take that vision, the guidance, the policies from you all, and it's amazing, quite honestly amazing. So we appreciate each and every one of you for your service to this community.
right, so I'm about to say something, and then this meeting is technically adjourned, but then we are going to have the new members that are going to be appointed come down, so everybody stay seated if you would, even though I'm going to say Sine Die. That would be the adjournment of this meeting, and then would the newly elected officials please go down the floor to be sworn in with and families get ready, you got to take some pictures. And everyone, thank you again for coming. We really appreciate it. All right. Yes, I need Mayor-elect Lopez to go down, and Councilmember Funk, and then the newly elected officials, please come forward. Oh, Mia, yes, you've got to be sworn in. Oh, okay, thanks.
Yes. Okay.
Well, I'm gonna be first? Oh, for gosh sake. Can you do mine like short again so I don't have to remember a lot?
I'm actually going to do Judge Altieri. I'll do Judge Altieri first, and then I'll do council members.
I don't have anybody here. Well, you were the winner between us, so you go first.
I know,
Yeah.
I'm so competitive. Since we didn't have an opponent, I called her that day, and I'm like, call her and challenge her.
Mr. Dorian, give her the microphone.
The least amount of write-ins.
Oh, do they have
That's
it?
how competitive, she was like, what? Okay. It made no sense, and it doesn't matter that I won.
Devin, give her the microphone so she can say a few words.
What I was saying was, can you everyone hear me? She made a reference about me beating her, and what that is, just because I'm competitive by nature, I called her that day, and it's not like I call Mia, I said, neither of us have an opponent, so let's make it interesting and see who gets the least amount of write-ins. She's like, oh, okay, like, what is wrong with her? And just got off the phone. And then I really was watching to see who got the least amount of write-ins, and then I told her later, I said, hey, I won. She thought, what is wrong with you? But so that's it. My family's not here. They're not excited by this right now at this point. So, but I am, and I beat Mia.
I'll let you stand over there so we don't have to have me in your official picture.
Yeah, sure. I'm so sweaty. I know. It's my computer. I'm so sweaty.
All right, I'll just have you raise your right hand and repeat after me. I state your name.
I, Dana Altieri,
Do solemnly swear.
do solemnly swear
That I possess the qualifications required by law.
that I possess the qualifications required by law
For the position of Municipal Judge,
For the-
Division 243.
for the position of Municipal Judge, Division 243,
That I will support the Constitution of the United States.
that I will support the Constitution of the United States,
The Constitution of the State of Missouri.
the Constitution of the State of Missouri,
And provisions of all laws of the state.
and provisions of all laws of the state
Affecting constitutional charter cities.
affecting constitutional charter cities
And the ordinances of the city.
and the ordinances of this city,
And that I will faithfully demean myself.
and that I will faithfully demean myself
In the position of Municipal Judge.
in the position of Municipal Judge,
For which I was sworn.
for which I was sworn
On this 21st day of April 2026.
on this 21st day of April 2026. That's a mouthful. Thank you. Did you get the folder?
Nope, you get to keep the pretty one. Yep.
All right.
You can sign it anytime. That's your pretty one.
Thank you. Sorry.
Thank you. All right, Councilmember Pryor.
Do you want to come up, Amira? Do you want to come up, Amira?
Yep, have your family come up. Whoever wants to come up.
You don't want to? one of my kids isn't here because
John, come on up. Yeah.
John said, "Do you want to go to soccer or go watch mommy get sworn in?" And he's like, "Oh, definitely soccer." So he's at soccer.
If you want to stand over that way so that I'm not in the way, I'll read it slow to you.
Okay,
You can all stand
small.
together, but just so I'm not in your picture and Crystal can get a good picture of you.
Oh, yeah. Oh, so you want me to move?
Yeah.
Okay.
Stay away from me.
Okay.
All right, are you ready?
Mm-hmm. Do I need to raise my right hand?
Yep. Raise your right hand. I state your name.
I, Mia Pryor,
Do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I possess the qualifications required by law
that I possess the qualifications required by law
for the position of council member for District 1,
for the position of council member for District 1,
that I will support the Constitution of the United States,
that I will support the Constitution of the United States,
the Constitution of the State of Missouri,
the Constitution of the State of Missouri,
the provisions of all laws of the state
the provisions of all laws of the state
affecting constitutional charter cities,
affecting constitutional charter cities,
and the ordinances of the city,
and the ordinances of the city,
and that I will faithfully demean myself
and that I will faithfully demean myself
in the position of council member
in the position of council member
for which I was sworn
for which I was sworn
on this 21st day of April 2026.
on this 21st day of April 2026. Thank you.
I'll take this, and then you can sign this one anytime and keep it pretty for you.
Okay, perfect. Thank you.
Thank you. Congratulations again. Excuse me.
She said later.
All right, Miss Frazier. There you are.
Barry Frazier.
Any family you can force up here?
Any people that can come.
Absolutely.
She wants her people to come up, please. She needs some help.
My village, I need you all. Crystal, Dana. I'm sure there's more out there. Know that there's more. Mama Purnell. Pastor. Mr. Gray. Jen and where's Jen? There you go. I think I see everyone. I know there's more, and I'm sorry if. Okay.
Are you ready?
I think.
I'm gonna take pictures.
Okay. Thank you. Wait a minute, there's somebody else. Hold on, I'm missing something. I won't call my fellow elect council members up because we were a team. So, is Gianni? Okay, sorry. I have to tell you the little boy that I gave the speech about the 8-year-old that ran home and said, "We're never leaving Lee Summit." Remember that? Because Longview Farm had an archery team, and that he's in his 3rd year at Mizzou. Here he is. He is one of my whys. So, what do I need? I think I'm.
All right, I'll have you stand closer to them so that the people don't have to look at me. Have you raise your right hand and repeat after me. I state your name.
I, Sherry Frazier,
Do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I possess the qualifications required by law
that I possess the qualifications required by law
for the position of council member for District 2,
for the positions of council member for District 2,
that I will support the Constitution of the United States,
that I will support the Constitution of the United States,
the Constitution of the State of Missouri,
the Constitution of the State of Missouri,
and provisions of all laws of the state,
and provisions of all laws of the state,
affecting constitutional charter cities,
affecting constitutional charter cities,
and the ordinances of the city,
and the ordinances of the city,
and that I will faithfully demean myself
and that I will faithfully demean myself
in the position of council member
in the position of council member
for which I was sworn
for which I was sworn
on this 21st day of April 2026.
on this 21st day of April 2026. I forgot one thing, and I'm so sorry. I would be remiss. Some of you all that know, I had siblings that came to Lee Summit before we came and have been instrumental, you guys too, have been instrumental in my journey. They decided that they wanted to go to Italy after the election, so if they are watching, I think it is 2 o'clock in the morning, Florence time, so I love you guys. My brother is in Quantico watching because he could not be here today. My other sister that is in Virginia, I love you guys. I love you. And my mom.
We'll keep this one, sign anytime, not just. Oh, fake sign over. Oops, hold on. Thank you. Congratulations. Thank you. I'll see you tomorrow morning. I will. Oh, you can keep this one. Yep. Ms. Atkins? Raise your right hand and repeat after me. I state your name.
I, Melanie Atkins,
Do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I possess the qualifications required by law
that I possess the qualifications required by law
for the position of council member for District 3,
for the position of council member for District 3,
that I will support the Constitution of the United States,
that I will support the Constitution of the United States,
the Constitution of the State of Missouri,
the Constitution of the State of Missouri,
and provisions of all laws of the state
and provisions of all laws of the state
affecting constitutional charter cities,
affecting constitutional charter cities,
and the ordinances of the city,
and the ordinances of the city,
and I will faithfully demean myself
and I will faithfully demean myself
in the position of council member
and the position of council member
for which I was sworn
for which I was sworn
on this 21st day of April 2026.
on this 21st day of April 2026.
Enjoy your vacation. Ms. Cravens? Are you ready? All right. Raise your right hand and repeat after me. I state your name.
I, Yana Cravens,
Do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I possess the qualifications
that
required by law
that I possess the qualifications required by law
for the position of council member for District 4,
for the position of council member for District 4,
that I will support the Constitution of the United States,
that I will support the Constitution of the United States,
the Constitution of the State of Missouri,
the Constitution of the State of Missouri,
and provisions of all laws of the state
and provisions of all laws of the state
affecting constitutional charter cities
affecting constitutional charter cities
and the ordinances of the city,
and the ordinance of the city,
and that I will faithfully demean myself
and I will faithfully demean myself
in the position of council member
in the position of council member
for which I was sworn
for which I was sworn
on this 21st day of April 2026.
on this 21st day of April 2026. Quick photo, everybody.
She needs her people, please.
Yeah, these are people. Ms. Hawkins. Oh, sorry, y'all. Can somebody share this picture?
Hey, on three, say door knock. That's good. 1, 2, 3. Door knock.
Thank you, thank you.
All right, Mr. Funk?
Yay, Donnie.
You ready? All right. I state your name.
I, Donnie Funk,
Do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I possess the qualifications required by law
that I possess the qualifications required by law
for the position of council member for District 4,
for the position of council member for District 4,
that I will support the Constitution of the United States,
that I will support the Constitution of the United States,
the Constitution of the State of Missouri,
the Constitution of the State of Missouri,
and provisions of all laws of the state
and provisions of all laws of the state
affecting constitutional charter cities
affecting constitutional charter cities
and the ordinances of the city,
and the ordinances of the city,
and that I will faithfully demean myself
and that I will faithfully demean myself
in the position of council member
in the position of council member
for which I was sworn
for which I was sworn
on this 21st day of April 2026.
on this 21st day of April 2026.
Lopez? Are you ready?
Ready.
All right, raise your right hand and repeat after me. I state your name.
I bet.
I'm so sorry. We'll start over in a second. All right, perfect. I state your name.
I, Beto Lopez,
Do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I possess the qualifications required by law
that I possess the qualifications required by law
for the position of mayor,
for the position of mayor,
that I will support the Constitution of the United States,
that I will support the Constitution of the United States,
the Constitution of the State of Missouri,
the Constitution of the State of Missouri,
the provisions of all laws of the state
the provisions of all laws of the state,
affecting constitutional charter cities,
affecting constitutional charter cities,
and the ordinances of the city,
and the ordinances of the city,
and that I will faithfully demean myself
and that I will faithfully demean myself
in the position of mayor
in the position of mayor
for which I was sworn
for which I was sworn
on this 21st day, April 2026.
on this 21st day of 2026.
April 2026.
April 2026. Got it. Got it. Trish asked me if I want to say anything. Tonight is not about me. I'm grateful to to Mayor Baird and the other council colleagues, and I appreciate all the community support. I've said this many, many times the last few months. No one will work harder than me to represent our city in an honorable and respectful manner, and I will prove that to everyone. So thank you all for your support, and the future looks great for our city. Thank you.
Out in the hallway. Reception in the hall, out in the hallway, everyone. And this concludes the swearing in. Thank you all for coming once more.